So guys, as you know that yesterday we have taken the complex sentences. Okay, before I start with the revision for the complex itself, I want someone to tell me what is a simple sentence. عالم روي؟ عالم روي؟ Ali?
Yes.
Yes. What is a simple sentence?
A simple sentence is
Mm.
a normal sentence.
What do you mean by normal sentence? What does the normal
For
sentence
example, uh, this kid brought me the chocolate I wanted.
This kid, what? What? Repeat it. This kid.
Brought me the chocolate.
Ah, this kid got me the chocolate. This kid got me the chocolate. طيب, okay. Sorry. Okay, got me the chocolate. طب what's in this sentence? Why do we consider it simple sentence, يا علي? Why? Ali, do you still hear me, Mass? Ali Mrouwe. طيب, who wants to give me further information?
Me,
More
Miss
information.
me,
Mahdi?
Miss can I?
Yes, miss.
يلا,
A
let's take
simple sentence contains a subject, a predicate, and a complete idea.
Excellent. It contains only one subject, one predicate, one complete idea. And what do we also call it? What do we also call the simple sentence?
Miss,
In
Miss, it's something then clause, independent
independent
clause.
clause.
close.
Okay, excellent, guys. Independent clause. So a simple sentence is one independent
Hi,
clause.
Max.
And hi, honey. So what do we find in the independent clause or in the simple sentence? One complete subject, one complete predicate, and one complete idea. Subject, you see, Alim Rubi, that's what I mean by more information. That's what you meant by a normal sentence. This is a complete predicate, okay, and we have a complete idea. It can stand alone, it can make sense on its own, so we consider it an independent clause or a simple sentence. Type, okay, thank you. Majid.
Yes,
Okay, what is a
yes, Miss.
compound sentence?
A compound
No
sentence is a
problem, Hassan
sentence that
Moghni.
joins
No problem. Okay, continue. Yes.
a compound. A
Mm.
compound sentence is a sentence that joins two independent clauses together with a coordinating conjunction or semicolon.
Excellent. Compound sentence, okay, is equal to two or more independent clauses, but let's say two independent clauses. Okay, excellent. And the most important thing is how they are joined. How they are joined with either a semicolon
Or a
or a
coordinating.
comma with a conjunction.
Can I can I give you an example?
Yes,
I think you enjoy the party, but I don't mind if you stay home.
I think I think I will enjoy the party, or you.
I think you'd
You
I
would,
think you'd enjoy the
bravo,
party,
you would
but I
enjoy the
don't mind
party.
if you stay home.
Okay, I think you would enjoy the party. What do we add here? Comma. But
Come,
I
but
don't
I don't mind if you
mind if you stay
stay
home.
home.
Excellent. Bravo, yeah. Majid, bravo. Okay, so you see, guys, in the compound sentence, I find two independent clauses. Two independent. You notice? I think you would enjoy the party, the first independent clause. I don't mind if you stay home, the second independent clause. How do I know that it's an independent clause? Because I have a subject, I have a predicate, and I have complete idea. Then I have a subject, I have a predicate, and I have a complete idea. Okay? And in the middle, I have a conjunction. That's how I know it is a compound sentence. Now we move to our new sentence structure, which is the complex sentence. Who wants to tell me what do complex sentences do?
Me.
Me?
Yes.
Me.
Miss me?
No, Majid, you took your turn. You took your turn. Karim,
Oh, okay, okay.
Can you repeat the question?
what is a complex sentence, or what does the complex sentence show?
A complex sentence is a sentence that need help.
No, you're explaining something else here. You're talking about a part that we find in the complex sentence, not the complex sentence itself. You're talking about the dependent clause. But what do we find in the complex sentence? The complex sentence itself shows complex ideas. This is the first point that you have to know, guys. Okay? So the complex sentence shows
Yes, your
complex.
voice is.
Sorry? What did you say, Miss?
Miss, can I tell you what is
Let me continue. Let me continue with Karim. So, Karim, the complex sentence is a sentence that shows complex ideas. What I mean by complex ideas, either the ideas are, there is a relation between the ideas, there is a relation between them, or I'm adding more information to the first idea. Okay, so there is a relation between the ideas, so they form a complex sentence. Okay, but there is something very important I find in the complex sentence. I find two types of clauses. Hala,
Yes, miss.
what do I find in the complex sentence?
What?
What do I find in the complex sentence? We said that the complex sentence shows complex ideas, okay? And these complex ideas are expressed in sentences or in clauses. So what do I find in the complex sentence? We said in the compound
I
sentence we find two independent clauses, but what do I find
we
in the
find
complex?
we find in complex sentences subordinating conjunctions.
Only? That's it? When I find subordinating conjunction, then it makes it a
No,
complex sentence?
no.
I'm talking about clauses. We said in the compound sentence, we find, for example, two
We
independent
found
clauses.
two independent clauses and dependent clause.
Okay, so in the complex sentence, I find a dependent clause and an independent clause. But first of all, you have to know what the clause includes, because sometimes the clause makes a sentence, sometimes it doesn't make a sentence. Pay attention, guys. The clause, in order to consider it a clause, it must contain subject, verb, and an idea. Subject, verb, and an idea. Sometimes it contains a complete, let me finish, guys. Sometimes it contains a complete idea, so we consider it a complete sentence, but sometimes it doesn't contain a complete idea, it's missing something, so we do not consider it a complete sentence, but we call it a clause. Okay? And as Hala said, independent and dependent clauses. These are the two types of clauses that I find in the complex sentence. Malak? Malak?
yes.
What do you mean by dependent clause? When you say dependent clause, what does it include?
Um,
The dependent clause.
Miss
it
Kanai, I know dependent
I
clause.
asked Malak, please, ya Karim. I asked Malak.
um it includes
Hmm.
subordinating conjunction
Excellent. What else?
and
In the clause, in the dependent clause. Describe the dependent clause. Why do we call it dependent clause?
mm,
Why do we call it dependent clause?
um
What did I say about the clauses? What do they contain?
subject.
Hmm. What else? Only a
Um,
subject.
no.
Okay, a
And
subject,
predicate
a predicate, a verb, yes. And what else? An idea.
and
An
mm,
idea. Okay. So when I say dependent clause, what's special about the dependent clause if it contains a subject, a verb, and an idea? But why do I call it dependent?
Because
Karim,
even she
Karim,
have a
Karim,
subject but
Karim,
can't
Karim,
stand alone.
Karim, did I give you permission? Miss, please do not do it again. Please. Malak, we said we have a subject, we have a verb, we have an idea. But what is sorry, what is special about the dependent clause? Why do we call it dependent? You don't know it? Because what? From its name, dependent. From its name, dependent. Why do we call it dependent? Okay, let's have help from someone else. Karim, do you want now to say what do you know about the dependent clause? Karim, Karim, now you can speak, ya miss.
Miss, can I?
Karim,
Can I?
Karim wanted to say it too much. Okay, okay. Let's take someone else. No, Mahdi and Majid, you participated. Ali Tahini. Ali Tahini. Miss, you know that if I call your name twice or yes, 2 times or more than 2 times and you do not answer, I'm not going to consider or to take a participation mark for you. Ali Tahini, do you want to answer? Okay, Majid.
Yes.
Yalla. What do we know? What do you know about the dependent clause? Why do we call it dependent clause?
Because it depends.
It depends on what?
Because it depends on what do we call it?
Depends on another sentence to continue or to complete its idea. So when we say dependent clause, guys, it doesn't give us a complete idea. It has an idea, but it's not complete. It's missing something. That's why we call it dependent, because it depends on something else to be complete. Okay? It has
Miss,
a
it can't
subject.
stand alone.
Yes, it can't stand alone. It's like a baby. Yesterday I said, keep it in mind. The dependent clause is like a baby. It cannot stand alone. It doesn't give a complete idea on itself. No. Okay, guys.
And Miss,
So
can I
this is,
say something?
yes, what?
Sentence is a sentence that contains an independent clause and one or more dependent clause. And can I say it like all about complex sentence?
I didn't understand what you want to say exactly.
I mean, I will say it when you're done. In the
Okay.
last.
Okay, at the end. Okay, so guys, the dependent clause is the clause. I said it's a clause, so it must have subject, verb, and idea, but it doesn't give a complete idea. It cannot stand alone. It needs help from other clauses to be complete. And also, as Malak said, it contains a subordinating conjunction. While the independent clause, okay, it can stand alone. It expresses a complete idea. It has a subject and a predicate. Okay. So when we combine the dependent and the independent clauses together with the subordinating conjunctions, we make a complex sentence. And again, I repeat, when you start, excuse me, when we start with the dependent clause, we have to add a comma after the dependent clause. But when we start with the independent clause, we must not add a comma. Examples of the subordinating conjunctions that you're going to use, like because, since, when, while, although, even though, if, as, whereas, until, unless, etc. Please, guys, I want from you, whenever I give you or we explain something in the live session in the afternoon, you have to revise it, because the next day during the second live session, I'm going to ask you about these lessons. Okay, I'm going to ask you about what we have explained together. Okay, so please, guys, please, today revise everything and tomorrow revise them, so on Thursday you would have mastered everything. So we move to the exercises, guys.
Yes.
Yes, guys, we started with this exercise yesterday. Okay, but there is something I want to go over it again here. We haven't finished it, I know, but there's something I want to go over it again. Number 2 and number 5. Okay, let's take number 2. I want Hani. Karim, you're again here. Hani,
Yes, miss.
right. Hani, can you read number 2?
After the movie, after the movie, we went all out for pizza.
Type, okay. After the movie, we went all out for pizza. Yesterday, we had decided
Compound.
compound. Why is it compound?
Because we know like it have complete idea.
We consider it compound. We said to consider a sentence compound sentence, we should have two independent clauses. Okay? Do you have two
Miss,
independent
can
clauses
I
here?
answer?
Just a second, just a second. I'm talking to Hani. Hani, do I have two
Yes.
independent clauses here?
Yes.
No, I do not have two independent clauses.
No.
No. Type. Who knows what the type of
Miss,
this
I can't
sentence?
hear you.
Kareem? Kareem?
Miss me.
Yes.
Yeah, miss, I'm trying
Yes,
to
now I
choose the
can
students who
start.
haven't participated. Please, yeah, miss. Kareem.
Yes.
Kareem, what is the type of the second sentence? Do you know? After the movie, we went all out
It's
for
complex
complex. Why did you say it is complex?
because the first sentence it's not compound because the first
Not
sentence
complex.
Just a second,
don't
guys, do
have
not
a
interrupt.
subject.
Okay. You mean the first part after the movie, right?
Yes.
Okay. What is this? What do you consider after this?
Doesn't have a subject.
It doesn't have a subject. Okay, that's right. And it doesn't have a verb. So,
So
so what is it considered? Is it considered a
it's
clause?
not.
Kareem?
No, it's not considered.
Kareem, I'm talking to Kareem. Please,
Yes.
guys. Is it considered a clause if it doesn't have a subject and it doesn't have a verb? Do you consider it a clause?
No.
No. Do you know
Miss,
what do we call this? يا مس خلوني خلص. What do we consider it? Here it is called prepositional phrase. It's not a clause. Here it is considered a prepositional phrase, ya Karim, and all of you pay attention to this. After the movie, not if you see directly the word after, it means that it's a complex sentence. No, you have to read it. You have to check if it's a dependent clause with an independent clause or not. Here, after the movie, it doesn't make a dependent clause. Why? Because I have after, I have a noun, but I do not have a subject. I do not have an idea. Here, it just shows me time. We call it a prepositional phrase. So we do not have to look at it. We look at the second part. We went all out for pizza. What does it make? We went all out for pizza.
Miss, I wrote sentence.
I know.
Miss,
What does it make?
That's
it's a
all of
sentence.
them.
Kareem, what does it?
It's make a
Oh,
close.
a clause type. Okay, what type of this clause? Dependent or independent? We went all out for pizza.
Independent.
Independent. So one independent clause, what do we consider it? Simple, compound, or complex?
Complex.
Miss, I have only one independent clause. Here I have only
Yes, if
one independent clause.
if it's one dependent clause, it will be simple.
Okay,
But
excellent.
if we add them to it will be complex.
Okay, if we add a dependent clause to it, it will become complex. But here it is simple. So you see, guys, here after the movie, it doesn't make a dependent clause. No, it makes a prepositional phrase. I move to number 5. I know that we have done them, but I want to go over them again in order to to understand them 100%. Wherever they are, look at me here. Wherever they are, it is far from here. We have two parts, if you see. Wherever they are, it is far from here. Wherever they are. They, I have subject. I have verb are. Okay. I have an idea wherever they are. I have an idea, but it's not complete. And I have a subordinating conjunction. So here, what does it make? It makes a dependent clause. It is far from here. Subject, predicate, complete idea. So it makes an independent clause. So here I consider it a complex sentence. Okay? So you see the difference between 2 and 5? Now we can, yes, now we can continue. حسن مغنية. حسن مغنية.
Yes.
Number 6, please.
Number 6 is sentence. Simple.
Simple. Thank you يا حسن. حسن مغنية. Please,
Yes.
if you have your books, directly write the answers. Number 7 يا حسن.
We packed our
luggage,
and we waited for the taxi to arrive.
What is it? Simple, compound, or complex?
Simple?
Is it simple? Do you have one independent clause?
Oh, no.
Can I?
Yeah, miss, please leave him, please. So, Hassan, what is it? We packed our luggage and we waited for the taxi to arrive. Hassan? طيب. محمد بستاني. محمد. Miss, please hurry up. Rena?
Yes.
Okay. What is the type of number 7? We packed our luggage and we waited for the taxi to arrive. Simple, compound, or complex?
Complex.
Complex. Is it complex? Do we have a dependent and independent clauses together? We packed our luggage. We is a subject. Packed our luggage is a predicate, and I have a complete idea here. So this is the first independent clause, Yarena. We waited for the taxi to arrive. We is another subject. Waited for the taxi to arrive, a predicate, and we have a complete idea. This is the second independent clause. In the middle, I have a comma and a fanboy. So what does it make here, Yarena?
Compound.
Compound, not a complex sentence. Compound, you have to pay attention to what I explain. I have been explaining them since yesterday. Please, guys, pay attention more. Concentrate.
Okay.
Okay, Rena, is
Okay.
it clear now? You see the difference between the complex
Yes.
and the compound? Thank you, Rena. Brahim? Brahim?
Yes.
Hello, Brahim, number 8, please, MS.
Although she was smart, she didn't understand the problem.
Mm. Although she was smart, she didn't understand the problem. What is this, Ibrahim?
Sentence.
It's a sentence, but is it simple, compound, or complex?
Simple.
Simple. We have only one independent clause here, ya Ibrahim.
No.
What do we have here? Let's check. Although she was smart, she didn't understand the problem. Although she was smart. What does this make? Although she was smart. Although is a subordinating conjunction. She is a subject of
Compound.
was is a verb. Okay, and I have an idea here, but it's not complete. So in this part, I have subject, a verb, and incomplete idea with a subordinating conjunction. It makes a dependent clause. She didn't understand the problem. Subject, verb, predicate, complete predicate, and a complete idea. It makes an independent clause. So a dependent and independent clause together with a subordinating conjunction. What do we consider this sentence?
Complex.
Complex, Ibrahim. You have to check on the sentences carefully before you give the type. Okay? So, guys, is it
Okay.
clear? Let's move
Yes,
to
Clear.
it's clear.
exercise B. Let's move to exercise B. I want Selena. Selena?
Yes.
Yalla, Selena. Please read the question.
I.
Read the question, Yamas. Did you read the question?
Okay. Read each sentence. Write whether the underlined words
Underlined words
are an
are an independent clause or a dependent clause.
clause or a clause. Yes.
Okay. Yalla, read the first one.
I spent
I spent
Saturday afternoon at the craft fair.
Okay. I spent Saturday afternoon at the craft fair. What is this? Independent or a dependent clause?
Independent.
Independent clause. Thank you, yeah, Selena. You're right, I. Okay. Who haven't participated? Marlon? Marlon?
Yes, miss.
Okay, number 2, please.
I got in free because I'm a student.
Because I am dependent or independent?
Dependent.
Dependent. Yes, that's right. First of all, when we say because I am a student, okay, I have a subject, I have a verb, I have an idea, but it's not complete. It's missing something. It cannot stand on its own. And also, we have a subordinating conjunction in it, so it makes a dependent clause. Thank you, Marlon. Okay.
Miss, can I ask you a
Just,
question?
yes, what do you want to ask?
Miss, it I want to say you a question and tell me if it's correct.
Yalla.
As a complex.
Mhm.
Because my coffee was cold, I heated it in the microwave.
Bravo. Because my coffee was cold, okay, I heated it in the microwave. Bravo. Excellent. Ali Tahini. Ali, it's the last time I call your name. Yalla ya Ali.
Yes.
Number 3. Please, hurry up.
If I bought something, I would receive a discount.
I would receive a discount.
This is
This is what?
a independent growth.
Yes, it's independent. Thank you, Ali. Malak? Malak?
Yes.
Number 4.
Since my mom is a painter, she had a booth there. Dependent.
Since my mom is a painter, is dependent. Majid?
Yes, miss.
Number 5.
People liked her paintings and she sold quite a few.
Quite a few.
Oh, okay. She sold quite a few. Miss,
Mm-hmm.
it's Miss. What do I mean? Uh,
Just tell me, is it dependent
like
or
this.
independent clause? She sold quite a few. She sold a few of her paintings.
Dependent.
What?
Dependent.
Dependent? Why? She sold
No,
quite.
independent.
What?
Independent.
Independent. It makes a complete idea. It can stand on its own.
Yes.
She sold the
I
quiet.
forgot that.
No problem.
I forgot that dependent is an
No
idea.
problem. Hala?
Yes.
Yalla, number
I stayed at the
booth.
booth while she went to get lunch. Dependent.
While she went to get lunch is dependent. Thank you. Guys, quickly check the answers, write them. So I have to move to the second exercise. Yalla. Let's move to exercise C, page 13. Guys, all of these questions are found in the booklet. Okay, Mahdi.
Yes.
Come on, Mahdi. Yalla, read the exercise, read the question to start solving.
Write the dependent clause under the dependent clause and the independent clause under the independent clause. Circle the subordinating conjunction.
Yeah. Read number 1.
The mailman wouldn't deliver the mail after the dog bit him in the leg.
Mm-hmm. Yalla.
The mailman wouldn't deliver the mail is the independent clause.
Excellent.
And after the dog bit him is the dependent clause, and after is the subordinating conjunction.
Excellent. Bravo. Bravo. Thank you يا مهدي. Okay. يلا now كريم. كريم. كريم.
Yes.
يلا كريم, number 2 please before the time ends.
Before my mom could let spend the night, she had to talk to James' mom.
James' mom. Yeah. What is the dependent? Where's the
Before my mom could let spend the night, it's dependent clause.
Excellent.
And the second one is independent clause.
Independent clause. What is the subordinating conjunction?
Before.
Excellent. Thank you, ya Karim. Thank you. Brahim? Brahim?
Yes.
Number
Yes.
3, please, Mass.
If you study for the test, you will do much better.
Come on.
If you study if you study for the test, is that independent?
Is it independent? If you study for dependent, it doesn't make sense. If you study for the test, it's not complete, so it's dependent. Continue.
You will do much better is independent.
Okay, what is the subordinating conjunction?
You.
You is a subordinating conjunction? No, it's a subject pronoun. If. Yes, if. That's right. Thank you, Ibrahim. Ali Mruwe. What is Ali Mruwe?
Miss, can I do after Ali Mruwe?
Miss, you took your turn, please. Ali is not here. Zahra, you haven't participated, Zahra. Zahra. طيب اوكي. علي طحينة.
Yes.
علي طحينة, number 4 please.
We won't be able to play unless the rain stops by noon. This is a dependent clause.
Where is the independent clause? Where is it?
Independent clause is unless the rain stops by noon.
Unless the rain stops by noon is the independent. It can stand alone. It makes sense on its own. Unless the rain stops by noon. So it's what? It's dependent, not independent. It's the dependent clause because it doesn't make sense on its own. Okay.
And we won't be able to play. It's independent.
Okay. What is the subordinating conjunction?
Subordinating conjunction. There is no subordinating.
How could a complex sentence be without a subordinating conjunction?
Unless.
So please, guys, you have to revise the lecture for Thursday to master everything. Let's finish the last 2 sentences before the time ends. Okay. Rena, hurry up. Rena, come on, number 5, please.
Yeah. Yes, Rex practiced his guitar until he could play the song perfectly.
We still have less than 1 minute, guys. If the time ends, then please revise everything. Continue the exercises. We still have exercise D and E in the booklet. Try to solve them for Thursday so we finish everything, guys. Okay? We're going to continue later on Thursday. Please be well prepared, revise your lesson.
Okay.
Okay? All of you revise your lesson.
Okay.
You can leave.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye, miss.
Bye, miss.
Bye.
Bye, miss.
Bye.
Bye.